Hi guys, good morning. How goes life? I hope all is well and jolly and that you guys are taking care of yourselves and taking care of each other and doing the best that you can in this climate. So, two things. One, I'm fat and uncomfortable. Like, honestly, I keep saying that to people, and the only people who get it is my mom and my sister. Like, I've gained so much weight during quarantine, during this pandemic, and not only have I been consuming so much food, and it's not the healthiest of food. But I don't work out. Like I haven't really been walking, and I need to. And now it's like the winter. December 1st. December 1st. I'm gonna start making some good changes. Gonna work out, use my weights. Try to get some of this weight off of me. If not to like lose everything, just to like be comfortable. Because like physically, I'm uncomfortable. What did I do? I leaned over in a chair yesterday to put my sneaker on, and I was out of breath. I can't do this. I need to fix this. But I'm not going to fix it right now because, I'm already so far gone. Next week is Thanksgiving. What? The oxtails? Oh, oxtails. I'm really hungry. Anyway, making physical positive changes and all that jazz. And speaking of making positive changes, that brings me to the second thing that I want to talk about. I did a big girl thing yesterday, and I'm honestly a little bothered by it. Not really bothered, I'm just a little sad. um, so I did a big girl thing yesterday, and in doing so, I got rid of 3 pairs of my Chucks. And that might not seem like a big deal to you guys, but that is growth for me. When I was a teenager, I was very into like my emo stage, like all black everything, skulls were life. Rock was my jam. I was this kid, like, and not to fit in with anybody because none of my friends or family members like rocked out to what I rocked out to. They really didn't dress like me or anything like that. That was just my thing. Like that was me. And I didn't really consider myself emo, but like my sister and my friends and my family did. So I was like, all right, well, emo, yeah. So as I got older, all black was still my thing, but pops of color, less skulls. If there was skulls, there were cutesy skulls. My Chucks were everything. And I'm not saying that, Chucks are emo, but like my Chucks were everything. That's part of me. I was a person up until yesterday. I would rock my Chucks until my feet fell out of them. Like, if I bought a pair of white Chucks and they weren't dirty, like grossly grimy, dirty, there was really no reason for me to wear them. Like if my sneakers didn't have holes in them and walking outside made my socks a little black, there was no reason to wear them. And it sounds a little crazy when you say it out loud, but that's just how I was. Like that was my thing. Like I believed in wearing my Chucks, specifically my Chucks, because if there were any other sneakers, I wouldn't even tolerate it. But like if my Chucks weren't filthy, if my Chucks didn't have holes in them, if my toes weren't falling out of them, there was no reason for me to wear them. Like that was the whole purpose of buying new Chucks, is to screw them up and rock them out. That was my thing. But yesterday I was cleaning the house and I noticed that they were the 3 pairs of Chucks that I threw out. I hadn't worn them in a really long time, not for like not wanting to wear them, but it just didn't go with my dress and my style these days. I remember a couple of weeks back I wore my burgundy Chucks and I didn't, it had a little holes in it or whatever, but when I took them off and I looked at them, the sole was like detached from the shoe. And I should have thrown them away, but I didn't because it's my thing. I'm gonna wear my Chucks. But yesterday I was just like cleaning the house and just like looking at all the shoes that I have. It's not very many. I don't care what anybody says. Looking at the shoes that I have and knowing, the shift that I'm in and like how I like to dress now. Like I'm very much into, booties and boots with heels that hurt my feet only a little bit. Like that's my style. The sneakers that I wear, if they're not like my running shoes, then they're the Nikes that I pay way too much money for. And my Chucks that don't have holes in them. So I'm looking at these sneakers and I'm just realizing, this is a part of not the old me. This is just a part of someone that I bit my tongue. Someone that I used to be in a sense, I guess. I guess like it's a part of my younger years. Like I'm growing up now. It took 30 years. I'm growing up now, I'm trying to make a lot of positive changes, and the changes don't come like in huge and overt spurts. It starts with little things, you know. So the Chucks thing was a big girl moment for me, and I was a little sad because like I love me some Holy Chucks. But you know, you live and you learn, you grow, you change. You know, my aesthetic has changed. Like I've changed, and that's just something that I'm not, really into anymore. I don't want my shoes to have holes in them. I don't want my socks to like be dirty because there's a hole in my shoe. I don't want to walk around with my feet falling out of my shoes. I don't want to walk around with the soles of my shoes falling out. So I did make the change and get rid of them. And I texted my sister. I was like, dude, I did a big girl thing today. She's like, what did you do? I was like, I got rid of the Chucks that have holes in them. And she was excited. She's a mean person. I love her. I don't really like her because she's mean to me. She's happy I got rid of my Chucks. In any case, guys, happy Sunday. I hope you guys had a great week. I hope the coming week is going to be just as great. I hope you guys are able to be impactful in positive ways to either yourself or someone else. That's something that I pray for every day. So, yeah, be happy, my loves. Be merry, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.